After the Q&A, we're going to run the credits again so everyone can sit and watch them.
Thank you.
It's weird. First of all, the screen is enormous and fantastic, and you guys are all physically attractive, so it's nice to see you. So your question, I just got back from New York. I was there all week, and I'm fried, but I'm so happy to be here, so thank you all for coming so much. I wasn't writing a movie in a way. I didn't know what kind of movie I was writing. Like, I didn't know I was writing like a genre movie or a. I knew I was writing about a specific age group, but I think in my mind I was trying to cast a wider net thematically, and it wasn't about really, to me, it wasn't about people who were like dissatisfied with their life or quarter life crisis or all those things. It was more about like in writing class, get very specific, so you will then be more universal. So I was just writing about what my New York was like, I wanted it to feel very real and very, like, I don't know, like kind of open and authentic. And I don't even know what kind of movie it is. Like, people say, like, is it a romantic comedy? I'm like, I don't know. It's romantic. There's moments. It's comedic, but it's not really a proper romantic comedy, So I don't know what kind of movie I was making. I certainly wasn't writing a movie or trying to remedy something. I was just trying to make a movie I would want to watch.
Now, personal experiences. What did you draw on when you were creating?
It was more like thematically. I had things that I was interested in and wanted to explore. There's a few things I ripped off from my own life. I didn't kidnap a kid or anything. But there's like an ex-girlfriend of mine. Little bits like you're writing and little things come back to you. Like an ex-girlfriend of mine was wearing a dress that was like kind of fancy in a casual setting. I was like, "Where are you going, prom?" And she described that as the moment I came into focus. Like little things like that I kind of took. But mostly it was they were like themes I'm interested in. Like I found like gratitude to be like a potent force and a kind of misunderstood force. And I joke to people like I joke to people that it's like I spent a lot of my 20s in New York and then the last 7 or so years in LA, and I feel like LA has really, or California has really altered my view of things in a really nice way. So I said it's kind of like I impose like a California perspective on a bunch of New Yorkers against their will. I'm like, you're gonna look at things this way. And I had something else great to say. It's on.
What, directing your first film, anytime a director directs their first film, it's a challenge. And a lot of films that don't make it to the screen, that are kind of the thumbs down submissions at film festivals, you see everything that goes wrong. You see, and what I mean by wrong, it's not opinion, it's stuff like the pacing is off, the acting is off. And if it's not, if you don't accomplish or get the audience's attention in the first 10 minutes, the film's literally gone. This film isn't like this. This film does everything correctly and right. And I'm wondering, how did you get it right? Like, it really takes, sometimes, we're not that blessed, a filmmaker may not be that blessed in getting the best team in the world, but it looks like you have, from your composer all the way to your cinematographer, and your actors, just the best team. I was wondering if you could comment on that.
Well, because I've never done this before, I was going purely on instinct, and I had this script that felt very tonally specific, and then, in some ways the script acts as like a homing device or something. Like it emits a kind of signal, and the people that are attracted to that signal are a lot of times like maybe, and there's some sort of click with you, and so you end up taking a lot of meetings with potential cinematographers, costume designers, production designers, And it's like, you know, like a non-creepy kind of date where you're trying to like suss each other out and feel like, would this be good to spend some time together and work together? And I found, you know, it's just like everyone was the right person for the job. You know, no one got rich, so it wasn't, you know, it wasn't that. Like my cinematographer is this guy Seamus Tierney, who I think is just incredible, and I learned so much from him. And he's an AFI grad, and he's done like 15 features over 5 years. He was doing like 3 features a year, and he knew how to work really fast. And he also worked with a fashion photographer called Stephen Klein. If you guys know who this is, I don't know who he was. I guess he's like a big, huge fashion photographer. So he, and this is something that's really important in the cinematographer world. Like a lot of DPs don't know how to light women very well. And I remember at one point he was like, and you just need 3 more minutes to make enough weight. Like he, you know, he just like was fussing with something. So, and I think the women are so beautifully photographed in this movie. And my production designer, Jay Keeley, was, and then she had worked with Seamus before, and like we needed there was a broom closet, and we were like, oh, that needs to be a bathroom. And she just turned it into a bathroom. She brought a sink and a toilet and a shower curtain. And my editor, Michael Miller, is he here tonight? Michael? Oh, there he is. There's my editor. Michael Miller. Throw things at him. Michael had read the script, and Michael's a big, huge editing legend. He edited, can I brag about you for a second? He edited Miller's Crossing and Raising Arizona. And his first jobs were, he was an editing assistant on Manhattan and Stardust Memories and Raging Bull, isn't that right? You jerk. You're such a show-off. But Michael really responded to the script, and he agreed to, I don't know, he just said, let's do this. So he moved all his editing equipment into my house because I was on a television show at the time. We were editing the movie, so every free moment I wasn't at How I Met Your Mother, we were editing. What are you guys applauding? Oh, How I Met Your Mother. Was it intense to watch this from up this close? Yeah. I'll be giving everyone the front row massage, neck massages. You didn't get it, you're in the second row. So yeah, I don't know, I mean, and the cast like just came together in really interesting ways that, you know, I got financing based on an actress's participation who fell out in pre-production. Malin, I'll give you the Cliff Notes version of this. Malin had been offered Mississippi. She thought she'd played that role before, but she was in love with Annie. But Annie was taken by this other actress. Kate, meanwhile, loved the movie. We had breakfast. She wanted to play Mary Catherine. I'm like, you're not right for Mary Catherine, but we had this great breakfast. Then this other actress fell out. Malin flew herself from Cannes, where she was, to meet me, and we read through the script for hours and hours and hours. By the end, I was like, she can do this. She'll be amazing. So I offered that to her, and then I watched Kate's reel, and I was like, she's kind of perfect for Mississippi. I offered it to her not knowing she could sing. Like, all these weird, random things happened. And then I met Zoe and Pablo. They happened to know each other from New York. They're both big theater actors. And then my casting directors found Michael Algieri, who I think is a real fine, the kid who played the machine. And Tony Hale, I was friendly with from LA. He had done a reading for me. I just couldn't picture anyone else in the role after him. I didn't know if I would get him, and I auditioned a bunch of people. And in the wrong hands, that role can be really stalkery, creepy, wrong. And there's something about him that was just, I don't know, I just love his performance.
I have one more question before I turn it over to the audience. And as a TV star in Hollywood, is it easy to get a film?
That sounds weird.
Is it easy to get a film made? Like, did you take this around in the studios before you decided to go indie with it? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It was not easy to get this film made. I think that, you know, I think there's some idea, like, because I'm on this show, I assure you that no one in Hollywood was like, get me a Josh Radnor movie. No one. No one. And when I presented them with one, they were like, no. But everyone really liked the writing. And I got offered to write other things. They treated it like a writing sample, which was really offensive. There's probably people who passed on the movie in the audience. No. Yeah, so like everyone passed. And it wasn't, you know, I just think these particular movies are really hard to get made, especially one that's like this.